Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another new video. Pasta and I are going to react to Nogla and Terrorizer's video on the TwitchCon situation. What's their podcast called?
TNN.
Right. They made an episode after
Sorry, I don't know the actual. Wait, hold on. I just know
tonight,
Nogla
and Terrorizer.
I don't know why. They call it TNN, and I don't know why.
We've both addressed this on our streams on Twitch separately. We realize that a lot of our audience, if not most of our audience, is here on YouTube. So we both feel like maybe going over this one time would be a good thing to do. That's how I feel. How you feel?
I feel like it's important to do. I've had people come in my stream. They've never talked before. They come in my stream. They're a first-time chatter. And I've told my mods, I'm like, hey guys, with anything with the situation, just delete it, because it's sometimes I just like, I don't want to get sidetracked by it. Like I've told my Twitch stream, I'm like, here's what happened. Okay, we don't have to talk about it anymore. You guys probably have not watched that Twitch stream, so I feel like we owe you guys the same courtesy. Yeah. Right.
Especially because our friends, and Brian was like actually there the entire weekend with us at TwitchCon, went through this whole experience with us, was firsthand there. I feel like since a lot of you have seen his video, you're aware of the situation, at least partially, possibly, and therefore it makes sense to at least give you our side and kind of what happened. We both have flip-flopped a lot on this topic, whether or not we should even talk about it or whether or not we should just shut our mouths and stay quiet. And we get like, one of the things that's frustrating, and I'll just briefly mention it, in situations like these where there is some sort of drama or like bad thing going on the internet, you get a lot of conflicting advice from a lot of different people that A, have hindsight to look at, which is hindsight is 2020, and it's a lot easier to make an assumption after the fact, and B, you know, their opinions change all the time, and they have like strong opinions of how they would do something when they're in your position, and it's easy for other people to kind of say those things while also not really understanding what it's like for us to actually go through what we're going through. So we've been flip-flopping on whether or not we should talk about this. Hopefully what I said just made sense. What do you think? Steph,
I think
Austin?
I'm very much the type of person, I need time for things to settle to see how I actually feel about things, because I can be very reactionary and very impulsive. I've tried in the last couple of years to really stop that and think logically, and I've had so many people and TikToks created about me, and obviously this video dealing with stuff, and I just feel like y'all just deserve to hear how we feel about things from the source. We're getting it out of our system, we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna all move on. We're putting a nice little bow on it, ship it away in outer space. So
and then we're gonna keep doing what we love to do, which is giggle with you guys and have a good time and react to fun things and play fun games. That's kind of what we want to get back to. And yeah, this will be the bow on the top of the present.
Yes.
Ship it off to Satan. You know what I'm saying?
Get it, Satan. M's part is gonna be the first part, so if you're watching this from my side, you're gonna need M's first part context. We decided to split this up because this is gonna be a longer reaction. This is like both of our reactions, but this is the easiest way for us to do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it makes sense also why we're splitting it up that way. We didn't just choose like one person as the first part for no reason. Like the first part of this video is gonna be a lot to do with me, and then the second part of the video is going to be a lot to do with Pasta. It all has to do with both of us. All of it. It'll make sense, and you're going to understand. So just watch the first part on my channel, go over to Pasta's channel, watch the second part on Pasta's channel. If you're watching the second part of Pasta's channel right now, thank you for watching the first part, and also just leave nice comments below if you don't mind. Can we just get some nice comments in the comment section below?
Yeah, get some nice comments. Do not harass any of the streamers that you see, by the way. We don't want anybody harassing that, or any other community people. If you see somebody being hateful, maybe ignore it, or we'll delete it. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll handle it. Yeah, don't send any hate to any streamers or anybody.
Yeah, don't be mean to anybody. We don't really want that to happen. Again, like we said, we just want to address, discuss, move on, and be happy and do our thing. So, all right, shall we?
Let's go.
There we go. That should be the intro. Me sighing and go, there we go. I can't imagine a better synopsis of everything we've just clicked on.
Oh my God.
I hate Neon with a burning passion.
I will say, I actually want to do a bit of a PSA here. A lot of people might think that I'm kind of apathetic because I laugh at stuff, but it's just my coping mechanism, guys.
I'm the same way. I'm the same
yes.
way. I'm very much the type, and I've been so much accused of being insensitive or like just laughing off a situation, but that's my that is my coping
mechanism.
mechanism.
Number of times, I don't know about you, but the number of times I've been called a bitch for laughing at something when I'm like finally done with it, and that's how I'm coping with it.
Yes.
I promise you, I cried for hours before I started laughing. I'm telling you right now, like that we have had the time where we were processing and we were upset. But sometimes, especially when you're live or you have an audience and people are watching you, you cope with the trauma by giggling a little
You
bit.
do.
So yeah, that's definitely
Yes.
There's definitely yeah.
I definitely
We
done that
relate.
at best.
I'm sorry.
He laughs and I walk off and I kick stuff on the ground.
Those goofballs.
Stay funny.
Emerald assaulted at her meet and greet. Someone
Yeah.
assaulted Emerald at a meet and
Oh
greet
my
at
God,
TwitchCon.
yeah.
The security pushes the perpetrator away, but then turns back and allows the man to walk away. Emerald comes back shortly after to continue meeting fans.
This whole situation was so messed
Is
up.
that the...
So what the clip doesn't show you is that a man walked through the whole entire queue. As you can see, there's like a little queue line. He just walks through and hugs her, and he's trying to like kiss her. It's disgusting.
Yep. I'm also gonna draw while we're watching this. I'm gonna draw on paint how the line works so we can properly describe what happened, because I don't think Terrorizer and Nogla like describe it properly from when I watched this on my stream.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like draw it out.
And this is an
but yeah.
official Twitch meet and greet, by the way. This isn't like a
Right.
community thing. This is with Twitch staff and like at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
fuck.
When we're talking about security at TwitchCon, and we're talking about what was going on at TwitchCon, just a basic overview before you understand or before you listen to what they're going to talk about, because I don't think they actually describe things properly. From my memory, I could be wrong. And Brian actually did have a meet and greet, so he does know what he's talking about partially, but I don't think he knows how this guy got in.
Yeah.
So basically, viewers come in this way. These are the creator booths, okay? Each creator is like behind the booth or to the side of the booth when they're meeting creators or fans. So Emery was like at the side of the booth, right? Like this. She was actually more like kind of here. There's another booth here. And then right over here is basically a small fence.
Yeah.
And then there's random traffic, like tons of people over here. Like
There's
tons
a
of random
bathroom,
people.
by the way. I remember. There's a bathroom at the end of all the
Right
ton
here.
of people. Yeah.
This is kind of like the back end of the hall. Anybody can go back here where this restroom is. This is the creator entrance to the meet and greet area. There's about 1 or 2 security guards max right here towards this creator entrance. Again, it's just this is a thin curtain here, thin curtain. The creator lounge, you go in, you sign in at this guy right over here. There's 2 people like sitting here at this booth. You walk over, you talk to people at there. They say, "Oh, do you have a meet and greet?" And here, come to the creator lounge. And then you go to the creator lounge. All the creators hang out in here. They give us coffee and water, nice things, very nice. And then after that, we're let out to our booths. Okay, we know this again because Pasta and I had our own meet and greet, and it was actually very fun. We had a great time.
Vibes.
There's about 2 security guards from my knowledge, from what I could see, and I could be wrong. I actually could be wrong about this. There's like 1 or 2 over here where the creators go in, and there's 1 or 2 over here, is what my assumption is. I barely saw any security guards. I'm gonna be super honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So, essentially, Emeru, when you come in as somebody I'm gonna talk about how the viewer experience is. So when you signed up to go meet one of these content creators, you go over here, you pass a checkpoint, you show them your meet and greet sign up sheet. Okay, people at this time were allowed to bring a +1, so they go up and they say, "This is my person I'm bringing in." They talk to somebody at the entrance, which is like guarded by random like volunteers or people that are employees. I don't know, could be anything. They walk down this hallway and then they file into the appropriate line. You can't just walk directly in a line off the floor. You have to go past this kind of like gate person. On this side again, there is nobody watching this fence at all. To my knowledge, I
never
anybody.
saw anybody.
There's nobody watching this fence. The fence is about as high as my hip. You could easily go over it very easily. There's no security guard here, to my knowledge. The guy who came in, there's a lot of people. All of our viewers are in line here. They line up down these lines to meet you, and then they come up and they greet you. So what it ends up being described is the guy hops over this fence. So this is what I think happened. This is the most plausible thing that I think happened. I don't think he got through multiple checkpoints. I don't think that happened. Okay. Also, I think there's attendance at every single line to make sure that you're in the right line.
Yeah.
Um,
You have to scan as well.
Yeah, the guy jumps over the fence. He walks in front of another meet and greet booth. He goes to where emerome is, which is like about here, the second or third one from the fence. And then he kind of assaults her right there. So when people are talking about he got through multiple checkpoints, he got through a fence. And then he walked in front of another booth with purpose. Okay? Yep. There was no security. Her security is like here, but that's her hired security guard. So that's what happened. One thing that I would say, I think generally is upsetting to me, and I don't know if this is upsetting to you, Pasta, but I find this kind of upsetting, is when a viewer is done meeting you, let's pretend we're here. When a viewer is finished meeting you, they come up, they say hi, and then they go behind the booth, down this hallway to the exit that way.
Yeah, I thought it was
separating.
fucked.
I think it's very weird. Separating the viewers from the creator lounge where creators are waiting to do their meet and greets, with less security. This is my opinion. I didn't see very many security people. Is this thin curtain that you can walk through during multiple different points. There's multiple points where you can clearly see that you can walk through it. And I didn't see very many security guards back there. I'm going to be honest.
I didn't either.
So viewers go back here and freely can walk back. There's almost nothing stopping them from just waiting outside.
Yep.
Okay? There's almost nothing stopping them from doing that. I think someone would check on them and see what was going on, but I don't think they're doing very thorough checks. I'm not going to criticize Twitch's security because I don't know all of the ins and outs. I'm just telling you what I observed, and Pasta's telling you what she observed, and this is the situation, and this is how he got in. Okay? Cool.
Yep. I agree.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What? I thought it was going to be the guy with the dyed hair.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy with the dyed hair.
Oh, I know.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
What? That is, I don't even know what to say, to be honest.
That's wild.
So she just goes back for like a minute or so and then is back out again.
There are perks.
You know what? I feel bad. Anytime situations like this happen, or any anxiety situation where there's been like harm to somebody, like mentally, physically, whatever, there's a ripple effect. Like I can't imagine being a viewer seeing that with my favorite creator, somebody I respect and really admire. And then it's like, what do you say? Like, you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. You know, she probably just wanted to go away after that. You know what I mean? Like, there's just
it's
so
incredibly
many layers.
uncomfortable and scary and
Yeah.
stressful. And then also, like, I mean, they'll address it, but I don't think Twitch even said anything to these viewers that were watching her get assaulted.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone said anything. And even Emerome, like, in her own video, thanks viewers for posting the video of her assault because she doesn't think that anyone would have ever even believed her.
No, exactly.
So, yeah. Anyways, I love Nogle's face in that, by the way.
Oh my God, are you okay?
The theme, by the way, of this is going to be that Nogle wasn't at TwitchCon, so he's mildly unserious about half this stuff. Obviously, he cares a lot, but
No,
Brian was. So you'll notice that Brian's stress level is significantly higher than Nogle's in most of these situations because he actually was there and went through it. Anyways,
see it again.
What? That
Let me
is,
see it
I don't
again.
even know what to say, to be honest.
That's wild.
So she just goes back for like a minute or so and then is back out again.
There are perks and downfalls.
Sorry. I love Nuggles.
yeah, we gotta.
I'm sorry.
He's so funny. We gotta play more of it. I think because we're 27 minutes in now.
I know. I'm
and
sorry.
we're 1 minute into the video. It's okay. Don't be sorry.
Let's go.
It was
This
mostly my
guy's commentary
explanation.
is quite
Wow.
insightful. Usually you don't see a random guy on an iPhone giving commentary.
I said it hurts as a fan saying that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's
that's
IRL
insane.
streaming.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
Oh,
it
is
was
he?
TwitchCon. There was a lot of people probably doing that.
There were. That is a failure from Twitch's part. The next day, they did have. I had my meet and greet the next day, and I did notice the cops were there. But why is it after the fact that they have some kind of like? I'm not gonna say it was overly secure, but.
Did you see the cop stuff?
What
'Cause
they
I
had the
didn't.
next day
I
should have
did
been the
not,
standard.
no.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
They should
And
have-
we
get
were
what you
we had
mean.
our
I
meet
get
and
what
greet the
you
next day.
like
Yeah, I had to like go through hoops to get another person to stand with us. We didn't have cops. We didn't have extra security. Nothing. Ours was the very next morning. So I don't know.
if you look on there, I can't really point out much security. So on the side, there's an entrance on the side, and that's where people were kind of going through, scanning their thing, and you had to be registered for the meet and greet. there was a whole process. You had to do like a lottery system where you went on, register for who you want to meet and greet, and it's kind of a lottery where you get approved to go to the meet and greet. It's not just walk-ins, so you had to be approved. Here's the tag here, all right? So this is my TwitchCon tag, and it's a partner one. And so it has a little QR code kind of reader thing on this, where you put this guy right here onto this like white read scanner device, and it's able to read, right, this is Terrorizer, he's checking into this part of the hall, this part of the hall, and it kind of tracks you, let's say. So one kind of security thing would have been if someone has been banned from your chat and then you try to do the meet and greet thing, you could be like red flag straight away because you're banned from their chat or something like that. But we don't know if that, system has been implemented for security of the people.
That would have been interesting.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So some people were scanning this thing, and when the thing wasn't going green, saying, approved, there was like, a little error thing. Some of the security people were like, oh, it's fine. This guy somehow got through the security thing that should have had a minimum of 2 people at it with the disc reader.
So this is where I was saying before that he's wrong about this, because I think he didn't know like how he actually got in.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it would have let him. Also with
they wouldn't have just
with the scan thing. I don't remember if they talk about it in the video, but just real quick, with the scan thing, there was so much there was so many problems with the scanner thing, and where they would let people just constantly in. Like there's videos on Twitter and everywhere where people would scan it and go, and they're like, oh, go ahead. Whereas I was followed into a bathroom. Remember that, Em? I was followed
oh my God.
when I was trying to pick up.
By the way, the one time I left you alone, one time she walked by herself, she gets followed by a random dude, like for a while.
I got followed, and then I went to that meet and greet area where the bathroom was and stuff. I went there. I was like, hey, I think somebody's following me. Can I just come in? I had a meet and greet earlier that day. And he goes, oh, I don't have a scanner, so no. I hid out in the
serious?
bathroom. Yeah, I hid out in the bathroom.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, so it's like...
That's scary.
Get your fucking priorities, Twitch. I have major issues with your security. Stupid ass.
And they can also see, by the way, Pasta has like a full access pass. Like Pasta and I, because we did meet and greets, there's different layers to how TwitchCon works and what like access you have. Like we had access to like all of the like top lounges with the most security because of our meet and greet and like other obligations that Twitch had us doing. So, and we're grateful for that. But the fact that they wouldn't just like knowing that you had a meet and greet previously that day, and also knowing that other people in that area could have easily vouched for you if you couldn't scan, and knowing that you were also experiencing a security concern for yourself, why they wouldn't immediately help you is very weird. But
it pisses me off. It still pisses me off.
It's backwards. It's just backwards.
Yeah.
Or little QR code scanner, whatever. And he somehow was able to bypass them, walk past where the police should have been as well, and then just walked up to her. There's so many things wrong besides what he did, which is clearly wrong. It's also what Twitch failed to do. There was so many places in which they should have stopped this even happening, and there's multiple failures there.
Yeah, so he crossed multiple barriers at TwitchCon, even in front of another creator's meet and greet to grab.
That's why I think your thing goes most logically.
And try to kiss me.
Right.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. Okay.
It's awful.
She's also saying it's not even the first time she's dealt with something like this, and she's a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
She was out like after, like, hey, that just happened. Can you go back out to your meet and greet? She also goes on to say the security in the clip who reacts, that's the guy we saw, he was by the wall, is my own security. It wasn't even Twitch's security. It was her own security to be at TwitchCon, which she wasn't probably paid to have the meet and greet there.
She's the top female creator, so the fact that Twitch didn't bring out security for her is weird.
Streamer.
Yeah, so weird.
This is just like, financially, it's immoral as well. It's true my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to police at a past TwitchCon.
So there you go. So you have a previous instance where she's had something, and then they banned her security guard
for doing his job.
Now, do you think if you had talent at an event that had a previous incident with a stalker or something like that, do you think you might take some extra precautions to make sure that that talent is safe from anything?
Person? Yeah, of course, yeah. I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. And it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because
also
TwitchCon
because other
staff
big creators were saying that
thought it was a big deal.
had security concerns. So it's
Yeah.
just really bizarre they didn't do anything to support these really, really, really large creators. I'm not surprised they didn't have security for us. I still think they should have had security out for people. At least a few
100%.
security guards that were watching. But and not just and respectfully, I mean this in the best way possible. They did have somebody, a booth attendant for every single booth. That's not security. They were
No.
there to take photos for us, and that was it. And we appreciate that. That was really nice that they gave us a support person for that. But I don't think the small pretty girl in front of us could have ever been like, get down, Mr. President.
I know.
If someone came forward with a knife,
we had Ted, our friend Ted. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And
we asked him right beforehand, by the way, and he
I
was
know.
so
God
nice.
bless
He's
Ted. Honestly.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. And it's an hour and a half situation. So he just gave up an hour and a half for us to be security. But yeah. But you had to fight to get him even
Oh my
there.
God, yeah. It was a mess.
Kind of in with the previous statement. So they were kind of, Twitch is having a very blasé approach to all of this. Gosh, is anybody going to go to TwitchCon after this? I don't really know.
No.
Especially
I
if
don't
you're a
think so.
woman. If you're a woman,
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
This is my main grievance with the whole thing.
Yeah, this is definitely my last TwitchCon. 10 years going to TwitchCon. It's her last one. Bro, what is happening? And it could have been much worse, apparently. Let's see. So he pulled something at 9 seconds. Oh.
I think it's a
A
pen.
Sharpie.
Yeah. They gave us Sharpies at the tables.
A pen? It looks like a Sharpie.
A
Yeah.
pen?
Looks like a Sharpie of some kind to get an autograph.
Like how you said
want
Sharpie.
to
Looking
not
like a
see
Sharpie.
knife.
It's a Sharpie.
US isn't really, if it was London TwitchCon, I'd be like, yeah, that's a knife. But it kind of looks like it could be the Sharpies, they have the white and then the black at the top. But
Yeah.
very strange that after he gets pushed, he pulls out a Sharpie. That's odd.
I spent over $10,000. Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000 in a year. What the fuck are they supposed to do? If you watch the clip, the security guard who pushes the guy away is my security. The woman who pulls me to the back, my manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have those resources, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, truly, it could have gone
No
way
one
worse.
would've known.
Absolutely.
Way worse.
It's actually fucking insane.
And there's more.
So there's more. There's
Yeah.
more.
There's more.
Yeah.
There are people with no security.
I had a security guard 2 years ago where the guy was following me around TwitchCon. He asked him to stop, so he grabbed the guy, but didn't hurt him. Perma-banned from the venue.
Okay, maybe I should talk about this. Whatever, who cares? I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy.
I can't tell if that's her natural voice or she nervous telling the story. Clearly she was nervous
That's
in
her
the previous
voice.
one, but
Yeah.
is she nervous in this too?
He was just holding the guy until the con security came, and then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's perma-banned from the venue forever.
That's so
He didn't
backwards.
even hit
That's
him or anything.
so
He just,
backwards.
held him
It's fucked
while they
up.
waited for the police to come. And
Which is what was supposed
it
to
was
happen and
my-
should have happened.
Yeah.
But Twitch is too afraid of getting sued, so they're like, anybody that does that is getting banned. But it's they should have a special class, and this guy, if he's security, I'm sure he has some sort of permit.
Yeah.
And he works for a company and has insurance for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there should be a special class for people that are like that. This is again me talking out of my ass. I do not know anything to do with security and stuff, but I'm assuming there's more professional. There's a professional kind of level to this that many other cons are capable of handling. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I went to even just PAX last year and I got recognized a lot. And instead of them, I felt bad. And they were like, hey, if you need, we can set you up with security and put you if you need an escort to around the con or whatever you need, because they just didn't, they were like, oh, we didn't know you were coming, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I was like, wow, you're being very accommodating and safe.
And
Not-
when I went to VidCon, remember my stalker showed up.
Yep.
And I've talked about this on stream before, but I had a stalker that had been sending me threatening emails and very intense emails for a long time. And then I mentioned 1 or 2 times on my stream that I might go to VidCon. And the day that I randomly decided to go to VidCon, when I got there, I posted like a picture of me near this booth with like a Furby. He found me. He flew across the entire country to go to VidCon on the off chance that he might see me there. He found me because of my Instagram story of me around this Furby booth, and then approached me. And then I had to afterwards get security. He was waiting for me all day at VidCon outside the door that I went into. I went to like a private partner area. The second I told security at VidCon, they gave me 5 massive security guards. They took my statement. They looked at context from him actually stalking me and made a statement for the police. They also made sure that he was actually there for me. We did like this V formation walk where they had to be like, okay, if we're going to kick him out of the con, we have to have like obviously probable cause. Like we can't just do this. We can't just like respectfully, we can see that he's been stalking you, but we have to make sure that he is here for you 100%. And it is a security concern. So they walked me out in front of him in a very big hallway with a lot of distance between us. I didn't look at him at all. We walked by pretty fast, and we were in a V formation where there's like literally 4 security guards on my left, me and my like friend on the right of the V, and they were dropping security guards like pins to make sure that if he got up and came over to me, then he would be stopped. And he did. When he saw me, he got up and started running over towards me, and they had a security guard immediately intercept him. They handled it so professionally. I always had someone with me. So and then they did hold him and stop him. So for this to be a standard at VidCon, which is another creator like convention, but somehow like Twitch can't offer the same kind of security. I find that really strange.
I find it, again, I've always said Twitch doesn't care about its content creators. I'm very fed up with Twitch. I don't think it's a secret. I'm really glad to be on YouTube more, and with their safety, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I agree.
They don't care. They only care about money.
I agree.
My favorite security guard, I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore. I was just okay.
The only thing I can think of is the worry if you talk about that Twitch might ban you, or you get in trouble, or something. That's the only thing
Or
that I can
blacklist
think
you.
of.
I feel like that's one of those companies that are very much they'll punish you
This music
harsher
is
if you're not
crazy
on their
with
good
this.
side, and they'll
Yeah, I
treat
know.
you better if they're on their good side. Very favoritism.
There is cherry picking. There is cherry
Yes.
picking for sure.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet
Emmy.
and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry, Emmy.
Yeah, that's pretty much spot on what we're talking about. That literally, it's like the perks. They kind of give you this and they give you that and they make you feel special and like, yeah, you're kind of the face of Twitch. Wow, you know. And then you feel like you have to say yes to things you don't really want to say yes to because they're tied into other things you actually do want to do. So they wanted to do the table, the panel, which honestly, those are fun. I think I've only ever done it once, but they're actually really fun. And you get to interact with a ton of your fans during it as well if they have a Q&A section. You know, you don't get up close and personal, so you have a little bit of distance. I think if you're a guy, you're probably a lot safer than if you're a girl at Twitch. Damn, that's like nail on the head shit right there. Right
I don't know.
after you
I don't
said it.
know, because like really quick, I will say, last year, and there's an equal issue for guys. Last year, NMP and Wake Wilder got sexually assaulted by a fan, and no one took it seriously, and people were just laughing about it, and it was on video.
A VTuber
So-
got
and that-
sexually assaulted at TwitchCon this year.
Yeah, so it's like
male.
this can happen to men just as well as it can happen to women, just as often, just as frequently. The security is not different, and just because you're a guy doesn't mean like you're not gonna get that. Your chances of getting sexually assaulted by a fan are less, or even aggressively assaulted. You know,
Yeah.
like it still happens. You know, there needs to be an appropriate level of security.
And just like 1 in 4 women are sexually assaulted in their lives. 1 in 6 men are sexually assaulted in their lives. It's not that
I
big
read
of a
a
difference.
stat. Steph, I read a stat the other day, literally the other day, and I cried over it on stream. 1 in 6 women are sexually assaulted or successfully raped
Wow.
in general. That's just devastating shit. And it's like 1 in 20 men. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Like those are horrible odds.
It's
But
awful.
anyway, sorry. I need to
Shayma.
piss really bad.
Go
Can I
piss.
go to the
Go
bathroom?
piss, girl.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Is this him walking out? That's him just walking out. Yeah.
That's him right
Dude,
there.
Yeah, he should be walking a
Walks
little
at,
quicker.
wa-
a little
walks
quicker.
at the event, cross the road, cross the
piece of
train
shit.
tracks,
You know what's
disappears.
insane?
Yeah.
The guy streaming on Kick got this clip. The irony.
Yeah, and my big issue with all the IRL streamers, but you know they have their uses.
I've been talking.
Yeah, they do. Security footage.
And
Yeah.
I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Valid.
Yeah, that's fucking psychotic.
And
Like,
then she's obviously like, hello? Like,
What?
that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything.
Should be arrested.
Yeah.
yeah, well, she's going to
30
court over
day
this. She's
ban.
suing.
Yeah, she
So-
is. She is pressing charges. W.
Good. Yep.
30-day ban for near assault. You know, like what?
To be honest, it's attempted assault. The only reason it wasn't like any further is because she pulled back. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, it was
Like,
sexual
she
assault. He
was
touched
even
her.
more cut off
Yeah, it
there. The
was.
property was.
But-
It's. Yeah, I'm sorry.
30-day
but,
ban. 30-day ban, by the way. 30-day ban. That'll do it.
Well, Brian, Twitch made a statement, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, so it's longer
Yeah.
than 30 days. But initially, to help her feel better, they told her
They said
30
it's a
days.
30-day.
My God.
And they're trying to cooperate.
That
with
helps
law
everyone feel
enforcement.
so
You know,
much
better
better.
late than never, I guess.
Yeah, I like how it said, but before it said continue to work with law enforcement. It's like, y'all haven't done shit.
But damn, the outcry before this tweet was
Wait.
probably
By the way,
massive.
pause, because we have an update because they didn't have this included. She
Oh.
updated and on her stream said Twitch actually wasn't working with law enforcement and was refusing to give law enforcement his name and information. They were
Wow.
refusing until they had a warrant. So Twitch said that they were working with law enforcement and cooperating with them. They weren't cooperating even the slightest. And obviously they're not going to cooperate without a warrant because they could get sued by this guy for sharing their personal information. I understand that's the case, but don't front like you are.
No, don't.
Don't
Don't say
front like
you're
it's a priority
continuing
for
to
you.
help. Don't say you want this person.
Exactly. Do not front like it's a
Yeah.
priority for you and that you're actually doing that when in reality that is not the case and it's an easy thing to fact check. And so
Twitch-
she came out and she
Yes.
said that, and you can actually see that, by the way, if you do watch one of her VODs. I think she uploaded it on her YouTube channel as well. This is along with like her accusations against Mizkif. So there's a lot going on there, layers that we're not going to get into. But yeah, so update on that.
Yeah. Twitch doesn't
that's
want
not even
justice.
true.
They just don't want to get sued. Fuck these guys. Anyway.
I'm assuming. I'm sure
I'm-
they didn't
but
just
it makes
tweet
my
this
blood boil.
right away. They probably
It's
waited
fair.
until 1 million people on Twitter were upset.
They took their time.
Yeah. We'll just scan it, and then we're.
There
This
you
is
go.
what I was talking about, Em, with the scanning.
Yeah, I saw this shit too.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're good.
There you go.
You're fine.
Oh my god,
It's fine.
dude.
You're fine.
Oh,
It's
man,
fine.
Yeah, the
I
bands
don't
are
care.
Oh, we should talk about the bag checks for a second. I don't know how yours were, but when I did go, I only went through the main area one time. I put my bag, like it's a smaller bag, but it's pretty deep pockets. They just went, "You're good." Walk through.
I'm literally I have a bag next to me. I'm gonna show you exactly what. So there is a X-ray, not X-ray. What's it called?
Metal detector.
Metal detector. Like at an airport, you'd walk through it.
Yep.
Metal detectors at every spot. People have to walk through them to make sure that you're not hiding a knife in your coochie. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Understand that. You don't got a Glock in your asshole. We want to make sure that everything is kosher in that situation. Great. But if you have a bag or a backpack, basically what happens is there's a table next to the metal detector, and you put your bag on the table. And when you would put your bag on the table, they'd go and give it right back.
My
They
guy
would
didn't
just
even have
basically-
gloves, by the way.
They don't. I know.
They don't care
My-
about their security team either.
My guy didn't even put his hand in my bag.
No, my
didn't
guy
even
didn't
feel
either.
around. Didn't even look around. Didn't move things. Nothing. And I had
He
multiple
held it
pockets in that
and
thing.
then moved it. He held my
Right.
bag and then went, "You're good."
Yeah, that's exactly the same thing that happened to me. So,
Yeah.
and I think personally that's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you could have anything in that bag, and you could hide anything inside something else in your bag so easily. It'd be so easy to do that.
Yep. Yes.
Like, So I would say that's concerning too. By the way, I think we should make it very clear. Steph and I are not going to TwitchCon again unless unless we have a meet and greet and we have our own security and we're there for 5 seconds for a meet and greet and we leave. But probably there's a very, very large chance we're just never going again because we also don't feel safe and we don't feel like it's worth the risk. However, we do want to meet our viewers. We really do. So it does suck.
I love a con. I historically go to many conventions a year. TwitchCon is not going to be one of those unless there are absolute major changes and different situations under different circumstances. So
if VidCon wasn't dying, I would go back to VidCon. But I honestly, it was kind of sad. Like when I went to it was kind of fucking sad.
Oh, bless.
But the security there was so nice. Like it really, I felt so very taken care of. So
Good.
I hope they can fix their security issues. I hope they can take it more seriously. Otherwise, no creators going, and they shouldn't.
No,
they shouldn't.
No, absolutely not.
Garbage. What should happen is like maybe when they got in the lottery system you said to do the meet and greet, if they got a QR code in the email and then the QR code was scanned, it'd probably be more reliable than a piece of plastic band that's had a bunch of sweat and printed a billion times.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
Or the security thing that they do at the front where they have x-ray machines or whatever and they go through your baggage. They should have another layer of security in between here where they do the exact same thing again. And I don't care how over the top that sounds like because it's a big convention center and there's a lot of opportunity for someone to get something in there without them being able to know. But if you're going up to someone at a meet and greet thing, me as a content creator, I would like to see an extra layer of security there getting in. That right there.
I agree.
That's a boo-boo. So one thing I will say quickly is when the transition from Amazon, from what Twitch that I know, the Twitch that I know before Amazon's buyout were more proactive in terms of protecting the community. There was much more of a community feel. You knew multiple people that were higher ups in Twitch. I think around this time was like a transition period over to Amazon. I can't remember when Amazon bought it out. But I have noticed more of a corporate feel and less of a community feel.
2014? That was quite a long time ago.
What? Okay, when did DJ Wheat leave? That's what you need. 2022. There you go. November 2021.
Who's DJ Wheat?
DJ
He was
Wheat,
so nice. I remember
in my
him.
opinion, was the epitome of the ethos setting for Twitch. So he would be the figurehead of the community of Twitch, where you would see him and you would know that he's kind of like the Steve Jobs of TwitchCon and Twitch.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Where
I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Really building like the team around Twitch to make that community feel. I used to love having him because he embodied that kind of that logic, or I keep saying ethos because that is the correct word, but you know, that DNA of Twitch was always there, and once he left, you lost it all. And that's the point at which I felt Twitch fell apart. This guy is a gamer. This guy was all passionate and cared so much about Twitch. Ever since he left, TwitchCon has kind of fallen away. Twitch as a platform has fallen away.
Given the tumultuous
I do think,
history
I
of
will
partnerships,
say,
favoritism.
I do think that they're completely on the nose with like the entire atmosphere has changed completely.
Yes.
And there is no it's very corporate now, and there is no accountability for that. And like they're just willy-nilly letting whatever makes money and whatever's most popular kind of take over like the ethos and the atmosphere at Twitch.
Yep.
And it's not healthy and it's not okay.
This happens with any corporation. When you don't put the people, like the backbone of your community first in the first part of how does this affect my community, that's what happens. You lose touch.
Exactly. And they do have a responsibility to maintain it. A lot of people will say, well, they can't really change like how they can't really control like what creators are doing and how they're doing things. And I disagree. I think that they absolutely have to, because we're the reason that people come. Not like me. I'm not saying specifically me and Pasta, but I'm saying like creators in general are the reason people leave other platforms to go to Twitch to watch us live. We are the lifeblood of the platform. Yep. So whatever they're allowing on the platform, for example, like racism, misogyny, etc., like things like that, if they're allowing that and platforming that and like giving people like that deals, for example, that is them choosing that as part of the ethos. That is them saying, well, it's not really our fault if anything goes wrong because this is just what's popular. That's not acceptable and that's not okay. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. It does.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm at Twitch, bro, dude. This guy was probably fighting for his life for creators. I cannot see how this brings any level of comfort to creators who are not friends with Dan Clancy.
Yep.
Sends a message, we will care and support
Amen.
you if we are friends. I care deeply about Emerome. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. Damn, DJ Weed is a savage, bro. What a legend. Then Taylor Lorenz met up with Dan Clancy and asked about Twitch's safety. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, you can control your community. What happened yesterday, we care deeply. Something we have to keep working on. I'll be honest, I can't listen to these two voices for 2 minutes, Brian. I think this might be
Based.
top 10 most
Nogla is
unlikable
so
people in the
based.
creator sphere in one screen. The only way it could be worse is if Hassan was in the middle. And ironically enough, both of these
God.
people are for Hassan. You can listen
Holy
to it.
shit.
It's important.
Yesterday, Emerue got assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger
Has
that
he
they feel
muted
from
and
these sort of
taken off his
toxic, I
earbuds
guess, parasocial
and is not
kind of creeps.
listening?
What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know
That's
also
what
a
I'm
bunch of
working
Twitch
with.
That's Nogla. If you don't want to
Wait,
hear
what did he
some-
say?
Brian
Sorry, I'm
says,
freaking. Yeah.
Brian says, did he take off his earbuds and muted and is not listening? I said, yep, that's Nogla. If you don't want to hear something, he ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's totally
Base
fair.
Nogla. Another base Nogla moment. Oh, Nogla, you're so
100%.
based. So fucking based.
Oh.
W based.
content creators said
Honestly,
that they were too scared
I rate that. I
do
rate
too.
that.
I do too.
to
Yeah.
even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The
He's
safety of our
meditating.
creators is the top
Yeah,
priority.
he's just
the
praying.
challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society.
Yeah, and it's part of your
I
responsibility.
do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very
Okay, and yes, yes, to a degree. Yes, their moderation settings. I will say they have improved their moderation settings over the past few years. Since people were just getting like horrible hate raids randomly for no reason. So they have improved their moderation settings. That is a bare minimum on any platform. It is a bare fucking minimum. Like YouTube has had that for a long time, right? So it's like this is baseline to be expected. Yes, you can control your communities online. Why are we bringing that up in a public space when the issue presented is this is what's happening IRL at your convention in person? These security concerns are a problem in person. Why are we bringing it up online?
Yes, exactly. And you're not like nobody as a woman saying this, and I hate starting my sentence with this phrase, but as a woman, sometimes there's just fucking freaks that you have to deal with when you're in an online job like this. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Men too.
absolutely.
Men too. Men have to deal with online freaks that will do extreme things. And has had stalkers. I've had
Mentally
stalkers.
unwell
Like,
people who who will do anything, say anything, like finagle anything, travel across the country just to find you because they don't have they're not mentally stable, and they don't people can't look at them through like an average person lens. They are not the average person. They are not.
It's
So
victim
you just
blaming
can't
these days.
expect. Exactly. In a way, and you know what? I think it is PR speak. I think he's saying something positive he can reach for. I just don't think it has anything to do with this. He's moving the marker and he's changing the topic, which is not a good debate thing to do.
Yeah, I know.
That's not what you do. And it's very, very political, and it leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth. That's why everyone's uncomfortable, and why I think a lot of people are completely misunderstanding what he's saying.
How Brian
there's
and
no
Nogla
wonder.
look at their fucking faces. That's how
Yeah.
I caught myself with my mouth open. I was like,
It's no wonder people were like, he's basically saying it's her fault that she did this. And that's not what he's saying. But that's not what he's saying at all. He really isn't saying that, but it's no wonder they think that, because this is not the right and appropriate thing to say.
no, not at all.
very different. You know, when
How?
I use other short form content and people say
How?
all sorts of stuff.
How do you do
well,
that?
I can't stop
How
that.
do you do
But
that
when I
in
live
an
stream,
IRL
they basically
situation?
don't bother me. Now, what happened
Right.
yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. You know, we're looking very closely at everything that happened
Can I just
there,
say
and I care
also-
deeply.
Yeah.
Another thing that leaves a bad taste in people's mouth, and a lot of the reason why people are calling for this guy to step down, and I'm not saying this is my take, this is what I'm seeing online, is because this specific person was seen at every single party, out every single night after the incident, the next day, the day after that, the whole weekend, he was out at parties.
Yep.
And there's many people, including people that we know personally, that saw him, including myself.
Yep.
Like, I physically saw him at parties, schmoozing, talking to people the very night this all happened.
Yep.
So that is a concern, I would say. Because if the CEO is doing that and then turning around and having this conversation and doing this interview and saying it's a priority for us, it's important for us, what are you talking about? It's a priority for you. It's important for you. You're at a fucking party.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care how social or how much fun you want to appear as if you are. Like, I don't care if you are just the life of the party and like it's somebody else's job. You should be making every effort to make this, even if it's not your job, to fix that. To make it look like you care enough. To not be having fun out at a party that night, but saying like, I was focusing on our priorities. Because then we believe you. But for you to say, it's my priority, we saw you drinking last night.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a bad look. Even if that's not what the case, like whether he was working on it all day after that incident and whatever, and then went to the parties after, it's just not a good look. It's not professional. It's not what a CEO should be doing. You know what I mean? And it does look like when he's going to these parties and stuff, I'm just going to say it like it is. It's very weird that a CEO like this will want to schmooze with all the talent and stuff, claim that he's friends with emerome, and then he makes statements like this. It's just weird, and I don't like it.
Right. That feels very weird.
Insensitive.
That's not
and
professional.
Weird. Yeah.
And we this is the thing though, and this is part of it for us, is a lot of people don't feel safe because a lot of creators don't feel like they're taken seriously. Right? Yeah. Like we just don't feel like we're taken seriously. And it shows that like is exhibited in these situations when he's even saying like pulling the friend card. He's friends with emerome, therefore it's a priority for him. You're the CEO of the platform. Why are you saying that?
Yeah.
What about another creator who would get sexually assaulted, who's not your friend? You know what I mean? Like,
safety should be a priority for everyone, not just your friends.
Blanket statement, period. Like, it doesn't, I don't want to hear, like, I wish there was some sort of PR training going on because that would make everyone feel significantly more comfortable. Even if it was fake, I would feel way more comfortable.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
It's like the situation was already bad and then his take is even worse. It's like you would have been better just to shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just put out a statement from your PR team. Decline this interview with Taylor or whoever. Just move on. Like, just let, if you're going to be acting so corporate about this anyway, just
you can't have
corporate.
your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? Like you can't like you can't 1 minute present like this corporate entity and then the next minute I'm just everyone's friend.
I'm going partying. I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Right.
It's weird. Anyway.
It feels awkward. It's a contradiction. It's confusing. Like it's uncomfortable. That's why everyone feels uncomfortable. That's why everyone's calling it out, you know? Anyways.
About Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as...
Those tools don't work in real situation, you idiot.
My mom phoned me. Sorry, Brian.
Okay. All right. Go back. I want you just to go back, listen to the first question, and listen to what he says.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there.
Bro, how is she supposed to ban the guy?
How can you do that in an IRL situation? You can't... This isn't Black Mirror where you can fucking block people and then you don't see them through your fucking fake glasses eyeballs. How disconnected is this answer from reality? You know, like if I don't like people, I've got ways of blocking them. This isn't social media. This is in real life.
It's like Batman.
The answer sums up everything. You know, it's not our fault. There's tools in order to block people in real life coming up to you, you know?
We do the best we can online. Like, okay, but what about IRL? That was the question.
In your chat, even though we can't. The answer made absolutely no sense.
He comes across as kind of slimy and political, like a politician in a way.
Yeah.
That is the opposite of what you need when you're trying to keep your platform kind of connected and down to earth. I think he's definitely part of the problem. The only thing Dan said that made sense in the previous answer was that this is a wider society problem. It's not just Twitch struggling with it. But I think that's such a deflection, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, But what's happening in the wider society is not your responsibility. You have to handle your piece where your part is. But his reply, deflection, and then misdirection. AKA, you should control your community.
Other factors are the problem, not us. But how do you allow these outside society issues come into the convention?
It's bad from the top to the bottom.
To my two main hosts.
By the way, can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
I was playing around with like whether or not I should say this. We have such a like our views are the way that they are because not only did we see them, like this person, like Dan Clancy, out like drinking and partying like on these nights. I personally saw him like with my own eyes.
Yeah, we were together the whole entire TwitchCon.
Right. Like, but in addition to that, when we weren't seeing him do that, other people were, and we were getting messages in group chats being like, I just watched Dan Clancy brag to two young women that he can get them into a party outside this club. Like,
so gross.
We heard that from people we respect and like believe. And it lines up with everything else. That's just weird. Isn't that weird?
Really, it borders on a I don't want to say it, but it shows favoritism for sure. It
feels weird. It feels weird. It feels inappropriate.
That's the best word. Inappropriate. That's the theme of Dan Clancy. He's very inappropriate as a CEO of Twitch. I feel that way. I don't know if
I would agree. But I would agree. I just think, and like that's just my like I will say I love Twitch and like I love Twitch for the career that I have on it, and I understand that a lot of the issues that they have are not easily solved, right? Okay, and they have to work within the confines of what like their parent company lets them do and what budget that they have, right? So they're doing the best that they can. I think that they can be steered a little better. And I like, we only say these things because we care about the platform and like, we want it to improve and we know that they can improve and stop having these kind of bad looks, right?
Yes.
Sorry to be so passionate.
We
are
passionate because we care. You want them to do better.
Right. And I'm somebody that's very fortunate. I have a partner manager with Twitch that has taken very good care of me. And she is a phenomenal person and a very kind soul and like has gone out of her way to make sure I'm good. Not everybody's had that experience. So I've had great experiences with Twitch. That does not cover everybody else's experience. I think most people don't have the luxury of a partner manager, someone checking in from the platform.
I agree. I've had terrible experiences with Twitch. Very much silence all of the time. So yeah, I appreciate you saying that, Em.
Yeah, so it is a totally different, like I have had a completely different experience. And I think like the baseline that you have to look at is the people that don't have the support that like I have, for example, like, cause that is what everybody on the platform is getting blanket wise, you know, just because some people have experienced favoritism, right? And have been taken care of. The fact that other people aren't also taken care of, like, I don't think that, like, I think that the standard just has to be brought up over, like, across the board completely.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
You guys feeling? Have you picked a winner?
I think I know my winner.
You already have your winner?
I think I have my winner.
All right.
Sorry, I must have caught mono at my meet and greet.
I love that.
Jesus.
I love that she's already joking about it.
What?
Oh,
Kissing disease.
Yes, it's a disease.
Mono disease.
Yeah.
It's kissing disease.
Oh.
Oh.
Good on her to be able to joke about it right
You
away.
and I won't know anything about that. We don't get kissed
it went
anymore
viral.
by our spouses.
I didn't see that
Well,
clip.
it's to say, but that's the end of that segment. Emeru's taking it like a champ.
Oh, God.
With punches and also
Yeah.
punching Twitch back. So respect to her and
A huge respect for her after this whole thing. I really respect how she stood up and kind of held Twitch accountable. It's not so much the issue of what the guy did, it's also what Twitch, the bigger
extension
picture
of it,
is
and who else is in danger.
How they acted
Who
and
else
everything.
is in
and
danger.
Yes, looking out for other women to protect them. And I respect that a lot for how she did that and how she talked about it. Because she points out, I'm in a very privileged position. I have the finances and the resources to do this. Other people don't.
Yeah.
And then it's going to happen to someone else, but they don't have a voice to, you know, draw attention to it.
Emerome rejected Neon's party invite.
I think Brian isn't a fan of Neon.
What's your name?
Emerome.
This is a
I haven't watched this in like a week. I haven't.
My stomach is in my asshole right now. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
But like, I just need to preface this whole situation with Brian's gonna say he doesn't know if I watched this on my stream, so I remember what he says. But he says he doesn't know if I know who that is, or he thinks maybe I do, or something like that. You were there when I told Brian I didn't know who that was.
I didn't know who that was.
Who he was. Right.
We did not.
So he knows that I don't know who that is. Just
Yeah.
right up front. He may have forgotten in this moment, but he was with us before and after that happened. You can see him in the clip. He's right there. I don't know who Neon is. I had never seen any clips of him. I just don't go near that side of the internet, I guess. I don't know anything about him. I thought when he was approaching me, because we had been getting approached by fans basically all day and all weekend, or this was specifically Friday, so all day that day.
Yes.
I thought that he was a fan that was coming up to meet me until the camera was right next to me. And then I realized, oh, this is a content creator that is using me, like farming me for content right now. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it went from
thing.
fan interaction, right, to something's happening here. And I'm being farmed for content for some reason, right? By someone I don't know.
Yep.
So let's just make that very clear. Didn't know who he was.
We did not
That's
know
why
who
I'm
he
being
was.
so nice.
And Brian never, during that time, hold on, we'll continue to watch.
The resources.
We'll break
to
it
do
down
this.
as we go.
Other people don't.
Yeah.
And then it's going to happen to someone else, but they don't have a voice.
How you doing today?
You're fine.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Emerome.
I like how you look at his badge because you're like, who the fuck are you? That's like the TwitchCon thing, by the way.
Yeah,
Like just making a TwitchCon. Your name is at the very little top. They need to make the names bigger on that badge.
They
by
do
the
need
way.
to make them bigger. Yeah.
Like,
Hi, my name is Bam. Yeah.
I'm like, like it's like so small. Anyway, we didn't know. Like she immediately looks at his badge. Like, who the fuck are you?
And I also look directly into the camera because I see the camera. That's me seeing the fucking camera, right? So yeah.
Interaction right now. Like past that emerald, and who's that? Who's that guy? oh, who's that guy right there? Who's that guy right there? And he just turned his head over like, I want.
So you think I'd never even asked if Brian knew who he was right then. I never asked Ben either. Okay.
I want to leave
He knows
already.
who he is.
Okay.
He knows who he is. He explained to us.
Pasta has no.
He explained to us right after this whole thing happened.
Yeah.
He knew right
Fucking
away,
right.
and he explained to us right after this entire thing happened. So he knew right away.
Okay.
idea. Like
I couldn't remember.
You can see.
Honestly, guys, like I'm going to be like just from my side. I don't know how M is. I've kind of been avoiding a lot of this. And
oh yeah, we trauma block this shit out.
This has been a lot. Like been a lot to like unpack for the last couple weeks. And there's a lot of things that is not as fresh on my mind anymore. So yeah, just I gotta talk it out. Yeah, a little bit. I like
my hand. I'm holding my hand up to the camera right now. I am shaking.
Yeah,
I'm playing around with a fucking hairband. But anyways.
Yeah.
Her look over, and then she sees me look over, and now that's the point where she's looking at my reaction. She's like, "Oh,
something not right here."
Yeah, I was like, "Why are you being
Why
weird?"
reacting like this?
Like when I look to my right, look at my reaction. Go back just a little snip. Just look at my reaction. So she sees him coming over.
He sneaked in.
By the way, I didn't see the
we were
camera.
in a circle.
We were in a
tight
circle. Yeah, and it's on the main floor. There's a bunch of people. We've already been approached a lot. I actually didn't see the camera at first because I have like on with
it
Twitch
lags
stuff,
behind them. So
yes,
yeah.
and I'm like tunnel vision at cons. I very much like tunnel in on things because I'm just
it's also incredibly overwhelming and overstimulating, and no matter what you do and where you go, you're exhausted after an hour if you're like in our like circle. And we all shared that information. Like we've all been saying the same thing. So like we were, by the way, this was a rare moment where we had actually stopped for a second and we were in our huddle like talking.
Yes.
But we were on our way to go get something and talk to somebody specifically at an event.
Yes, we
So
were on
that's
our
where
way
we
to
were
Marvel
going.
Rivals. The Marvel
'Cause our
Rivals,
friends
Twitch
were-
Rivals.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I just have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gotta stretch. I'm just like, I personally like ever since like COVID times, like whatever, I've always had a little bit of social anxiety. And at cons, I very much am torn between speaking to fans versus my. And it's not massive. It's not massive social anxiety, but it's a little bit, and especially it gets so overwhelming. That explains my tunnel vision and like.
Well, honestly,
just, yeah,
like it's justified, and you don't have to like. It's not like you have justified social anxiety, I would think it was crazy if you didn't.
Yeah.
Going to an event like this.
Yeah.
Given, by the way, you're on camera all the time. You've got tons of fans observing you all the time that don't even approach you, but they're watching you. This is a thing. Like,
Yeah.
and then also a lot of fans that are approaching you directly, and you may have 200 conversations in a day, and you have to be perfect for all of them, right?
Yeah.
Or at least the best to your ability, like your best version of yourself. And that's that's just a lot. It's a lot for anyone. And there's no wonder you're socially anxious. Like that is perfectly normal. Everyone there, I would say, unless you're a little crazy, is. Like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot.
Gollum, bro.
Yeah.
That Gollum stance is crazy.
Yeah.
That's the vibes I'm getting. 'cause
Gollum
he ignores
stance.
you. He ignores Pasta. Goes straight to emerome. I kind of stopped IRL vlogging just because I felt awkward being 15 feet from someone and talking to my camera. I don't know
hated
what
it.
this
Yeah,
guy
it's
has
awkward.
disabled in his brain to make him think this is.
What do you mean disabled? You think it was already existing in his fucking brain?
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Emerome. Hi. Emerome.
Emerome.
Just call me Em.
I think M knows who Neon is, right?
I have absolutely no
she
idea.
did not
All I know
know.
is I wanted the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
and
you're
you can
gone
see me-
already, bro. You're literally gone. Where are you?
He disappeared. Like,
He does.
he fucking.
Doodaloo, and you're just hidden behind M right now.
Yeah, and I went to go get Brian because I just noticed a sudden shift. When your friend has a sudden shift or whatever,
Yeah.
you're like, "What's going on? Are you okay?" And then you check on them.
Yeah.
You're standing
Also-
behind M,
Anyways, go ahead. Just play it. It's fine.
talking to
fucking
Pasta, and probably explaining who the fuck that is.
But then I had a great idea, and this fucking Kappa fucking idiot that got in my way. I wanted to do something where I'm looking down the camera, just shaking my head, like, you know, like making fun
wish
of
I
me.
forgot
You
the
would've
Kappa
done that,
guy.
right? Sure,
No, I
right.
tried.
He made me
no,
really
you'll see it,
uncomfortable,
The fucking
but-
guy with the
Yeah.
Kappa thing.
'Cause he got really
Oh,
close
that
to
then.
me.
turned to my.
I didn't even really see the Kappa guy because I was checking on Brian, so I think my back is turned. Let's see.
I left.
Yeah,
and then
your
the
back
guy's
is-
there
you're
blocking
turning
me, and
looking
then I
another
move
way.
More over,
Yeah.
and you don't get the
Kinda
full
lose the
hit.
But
opportunity,
he
I
circled
get it.
around me and was shaking this Kappa thing in front of his face and like
Yeah.
really got really close to me on my right side and then was shaking the Kappa thing in my face. And it was just really overwhelming and weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
Emerome.
I felt you
Just call
not
me
be
Em.
next to me
Hi,
at
Em.
this
That's
point,
the
by the
Kappa
way.
guy,
I was
you're
like,
right.
Nice
Yeah,
wait,
look,
where is
look,
she?
I'm turning around.
And you're
Real
like,
quick,
nah,
Emerome.
never
was
mind
like,
then.
what
And
is
I'm
going
shaking
on?
my head like I'm getting out of here. So I told Pasta as I'm walking away, I said, "Get her away from him now."
Nice to meet you.
That's horrifying.
Real quick, Emerome. I'm doing a little after party.
Okay.
Who are
I'd love for you to
you?
come.
Yeah,
I was like,
poor Pasta
we gotta
doesn't know what's
go.
going on.
I have no fucking idea.
I love being objectified.
Come on, let's go.
By the way, there are a lot of male content creators on Twitch specifically that while I'm live on Twitch will pull up my stream and let their chat like rate me and let their chat say misogynistic things while they type in my chat and try to talk to me. Okay?
the fuck?
They use me for content and then they stream my stream. And then and I'm telling you, this happens to me. I would say at minimum, like probably once every 2 months, if not once every month. This happens to me.
Jesus.
And I'm sure it happens when I don't know what's happening. But when it does happen, they come in, they act all nice to me. They act all nice in my chat. And typically if I see that partner badge and they're talking to me pretty vehemently, I could tell that they're trying to have a conversation. Sometimes I click just to see who that person is. And if I notice they're live, I look at the chat
Oh God.
and I can see the
Em.
tone. So this happens to me all the time. This is a constant, okay? They are very, very nice in my chat. Then I go to their chat and I see that they're making misogynistic comments. I see that they're letting their chat freely make misogynistic comments. They're using women on Twitch in general, not just me, many women as content, okay? And I don't fuck with that personally. And I've always told those people off. And there's probably hundreds of clips of me telling those people off. Genuinely, there's probably hundreds of clips of me doing that. And anybody in my Twitch chat will know that I do that. I clown on these fucks so often. You're not different because you have 1,000 more viewers than another guy who's tried this shit before. I've had people with 2,000 viewers do that shit to me. It happens often, okay? So I didn't know who Neon was. But immediately, I'm on camera really fast. He's being extremely nice to me. He invites me to a party. He knows nothing about me, literally nothing about me, nothing but my name. I can tell he has no idea who I am because he gets my name wrong a few times, right? Maybe he goes, oh, if he had said, oh, I know about you. I've heard of you. I've seen your stuff. That's a different story, but he doesn't know who I am. And you guys know that too. So then he invites me to this party. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I generally do not like parties unless I'm close friends with the people at the party.
Yep.
I just don't like parties. They make me uncomfortable. I don't really like drinking that much unless I'm very comfortable with the people I'm drinking around. There's a lot of stuff there. I don't go to a party. Like if a stranger hands me candy in the woods, I'm not taking it and jumping into his van, right? So
yeah, stranger danger,
period.
man.
Like I was taught not to do that and I won't be doing that, right?
Yeah.
So let's just, if a strange man walks up to me, I don't care how nice he is to me, and he goes, hey, come to my party, and I say, why? Because you don't know me. So I clock it and I say, why do you want me to come to your party? And he says, because you're beautiful. Now that is, by definition, and please look it up if you don't agree, because you're wrong, that is objectification. I don't necessarily think calling out somebody for objectifying you, by the definition of objectification, is a bad thing. I don't think it's bad. Also, I giggle and I walk away. It's really not that fucking serious. I just don't want to continue the conversation. Yeah. I'm not upset about it. Like, I'm really not. I'm just not going to this party and I don't want to talk to this person anymore. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. Just get used to being rejected. It's fine.
Also, I want to say, I had no idea what he asked you, by the way. Brian's like, we got to go. I'm like, all right, let me get her. We got to go.
Yeah, well, my
point
friends
A to point B to point C.
You guys got X out of the conversation. We have to go as a group to the next location we're going to. That was the plan anyways.
Yep.
And you're being a good friend and making sure, after seeing people surround me with a camera and Brian acting weird, you're worried about me.
Exactly.
And that's justified.
Yeah.
So that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's all fine. I think within the context, it's fine. I don't regret what I said.
No.
Like at all.
No.
I really don't. And like, he should have just left it at that and been like, yeah, all right, fair. That's it.
I know.
You know, if he wanted to invite me and have me come to the party, he could have been like, dude, even if he hadn't seen my content, he could have lied and been like, I like your content. I've seen you before. You look cool online. Or anything like that. You could have said that, you know?
Even like, I like your vibe.
Even like, I like your vibe. Or like, what do you do on Twitch? He could have asked me anything about myself. He never did, right?
No.
So it's like, if you're just going to invite me because you think I'm pretty, I don't really want to be an ornament at someone's party. Like, I don't want to do that. That makes me uncomfortable. And I'm hanging out with my friends all day anyways. So I'm not interested.
It's just wild.
Context.
It's just wild too, because this whole time, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go. We were running late as it is. We've already been fucking everywhere at this point.
Yes.
And we gotta go. We gotta see our friends do Twitch.
We gotta get going.
Rivals.
They're performing now. Like, we gotta go.
It's just
so that we had limited amounts of time. We wanted to get a move on. You guys were X'd out of it. It was an awkward situation. The whole thing was uncomfortable. Say he'd come up to me without the cameras. Again, that's a different situation.
Yeah.
Again, that's a different situation. I probably wouldn't have reacted the same way. Genuinely.
Oh, exactly.
Because a lot of people don't even, and I haven't seen very many people talk about this at all, is the effect that putting a camera in someone's face. And when I say a camera, I'm not talking about a phone.
It was a big camera.
They have a big camera.
I only notice it as I go to get M. And I'm like, oh. It's huge. It's a huge camera.
Huge.
You also
the
don't
lens
see
is the size of my face.
There's like a whole posse with him as well. You don't see behind the camera.
It's also a wide angle lens, so it looks like the camera's further away than it is. The camera was within like half an arm length from me. It was this close to me. Like, it was right next to me, right here. Okay?
Yeah, there's a reason.
That is not comfortable.
There's a reason why I didn't see the camera until I got close to get M, like, to come with the group. So, I don't know, M. I don't know.
There's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of context. There's a lot of things that people are making judgments on. They just simply don't understand. And I urge you all to, like, look into that. And maybe before you make a judgment on a quick clip and say, well, that was just a mean thing to say. She should have been like, oh, thank you for the compliment. I don't really want to go, but thank you so much. Maybe you should consider that there's other aspects and things that you maybe in context that you haven't seen, right?
Yeah.
And like, before you jump to defend somebody, a lot of people are jumping to, oh, you can't even compliment a woman anymore. You can't even call a woman beautiful. Don't call a woman beautiful. You're objectifying them. That's the most dramatic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Do you know how dramatic you sound? People call women dramatic. That is the most dramatic thing I've ever heard of in my life. And also, like, do you have more than 5 brain cells to allocate to this subject matter, or are you just going to fly into a rage based on basically nothing? Like, what's going on? Like, at least go, oh, okay, well, why did she have a reaction to that? Maybe he didn't deliver that right. At least make that connection, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe Google the word, the definition of the word objectified. You could Google that. It's Googleable. You can pull open a dictionary. Yeah. It's very easy.
It's
actual
objectification for sure.
Also, yeah, and a lot of people are like, she accused him of objectifying her. I didn't accuse him. I said he was. That's what he was doing. And saying accuse is like an intense, like, going after someone for it type thing. I wasn't. I just called out what it was, blanket. Like, this is exactly what it is. I'm good. I'm walking away. And I giggled, and it was lighthearted. And let's move on.
It's fucking, I don't know. There's just,
Sorry
it's
for
just
flying
so
into the rant.
fucking. No, I feel like you're very much valid to be upset, and you weren't. I don't even think you're upset right now. You're not. You're literally. That's what we're doing. We're giving the context behind it. A lot of people have said a lot of things like about how I feel or how M's felt, and now you know, like, M wasn't even trying to be that deep about things.
No. I just thought we left. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people I've turned down before? I don't want to fuck you, okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care how you look. A lot of people, what's funny is a lot of people were like, well, if he was hot, then she would have been like, yeah, I'll come to your party. Bitch, I don't give a shit if you are the hottest man on the planet. I don't know you. I am not coming to your party because you want to fuck me, all right?
No.
I don't want you, little guy. I don't want you, all right? That's it.
Yeah, I saw that too online where people were like, oh, if it was a hot man, I'm like, no.
It's the same thing.
This is the thing. And also, M's here, like, just to give more context, we're here for work. Like, I know there's a lot of parties. We also have a lot of things to do after Twitch. Like, we had events to go to. We had, like, we have to go to this company's thing. We have to go to this company's thing. I have a meeting with this person.
We had our agents with us the entire time. Our agents were, like, guiding our arm the whole time. We had places we had to go. People we had to meet.
It's like, I don't have time. Even take the objectification thing. Take that whole argument out. She don't have time to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also I'm sorry, but I don't know you, and I don't owe you any sort of anything. Especially if you're gonna put me on your camera.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
If you're gonna invite me somewhere because you think I'm beautiful, if you're gonna ask me on a date, like, respectfully, like, I don't owe you your desired response. You know?
No.
Like, I just don't. If you're a YouTube viewer and you haven't seen all the drama on Twitter, the reason why we are, I would say, very obviously emotionally attached to what's going on here, and clearly, like, somewhat emotionally reactive, and why I've been kind of harsh in some of the things that I'm saying, is because even though this interaction between him and I wasn't that big of a deal, the fallout and what happened afterwards was really dramatic. And the amount of hate, by the way, that Pasta and I got, the amount of hate and the things that were said for several days, like, if not a week and a half, like, after this whole event happened, like, the amount of death threats even that we got, like, I've never had anything like that happen in my life. So, I'm not going to get into it. We don't need to get into it. It was a lot. And the reason why we're talking about it is because a lot of people have context to that. They've seen the hate. They've witnessed it. That's why we're emotionally attached to this. If you're watching and you're like, that doesn't seem like that bad of a deal, why are you freaking out about it? You'll understand soon. But because we go over it.
And we also have to see the rest of the clip.
Yeah.
And this is where I get pissed. Well, I don't get pissed. I just
this is the only reason I got pissed was the next part of the clip.
Look at his fucking face.
The only reason, because I don't really I'm not going to lie, I don't give a shit about our interaction. That doesn't matter to me at all. Like, people can be mad that I rejected him. Sure, it's weird that you are. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, What I'm mad about is what he does next.
Face.
Yeah, because he's like, why is this guy acting so weird to me?
He probably saw the whole interaction. He's like, oh, I want to meet my favorite content creator.
Yeah. But also, Neon's face is like he's freaking out. Like,
yes. Yeah. Okay, here
Anyways.
we go. This is the part where it's a lot for me. But it's fine. It's literally fine.
Objectified? Wait, what the fuck did I do? Hold on. Wait. It's always the fat friend, bro.
Yeah. So it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. Like,
it's just unnecessary. But also, by the way, the clip ends around there or something like that. But he goes on, and this is what I was told. I did not see the rest of it. He goes on, I guess, in his stream to say even worse things after that and talk about it for a while. So that's what I heard.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay. The thing is, we go a whole day. I didn't see, before we even mentioned anything on Twitter or any of this blew up, like, we go an entire day giggling, maybe, when it gets brought up to us, because people are coming up to me all day the next day, like, great job in that combo. That was hilarious. Great job. That was so funny. And then some people are coming up to me and they're like, I can't believe he said that about your best friend. I can't believe he talked about her like that. That
And
is
I
so
just
messed
had
up.
people pitying me. And I want to say, some of my
That feels
biggest
like shit.
Some of my biggest, like, you guys know that I dealt with like sickness before and like things, and I always would tell people when things were done. Like, hey, I'm well again. Or a situation would happen to be like, hey, I just want to let you know about this situation. It's over now. We're great. I hate being pitied. I don't know anybody that likes being pitied. I don't like feeling like a victim. I don't like taking any kind of like shaking like a leaf right now, because it just fills me with rage.
It just sucks.
And it's just like, I couldn't have the next day, like every other interaction was people
bring it
going,
up.
pasta.
Yeah, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. But also,
Like,
meanwhile,
I fucking had my dog killed or something.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we haven't seen the clip yet. By the way, we haven't seen the clip.
No.
All we know is that, like, I told him, like, I'm good, and I walked away. That's all we know, and we're giggling about that. But then people are coming up, and they're like, that was horrible that he did that to her. That was so horrible that he, and that's just filling me with rage, because what the fuck did he say about you?
Yeah,
and like,
I didn't
I'm getting
know.
more
I
and
had
more
no
upset.
idea. I had
And then you're
no
standing there,
clue.
and meanwhile, we're at these big influencer events.
Yeah.
These big influencer events with the agencies we work with, right? And we're being carted around, like, introduced to people. We have to talk to people. And this is happening in person. And we're getting confronted and, like, approached by people who've seen the clip and are pitying you.
And I'm like,
and
where
are
is this coming
commending me.
from?
And it's all just a weird, kind of uncomfortable situation. And it's like everybody knows something that you don't know. And especially because pitying, like, you being pitied in general, being spoken to like that, like almost babied in a way.
Yes.
Is like uncomfortable for you already, and like is a big thing that you hate just in general. Like, and I think anyone would hate that, especially if you don't know what they're talking about. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird situation. The
It's
whole thing is
very
weird.
strange. Very, very strange.
And we can't just watch it, by the way. We're at a loud event. Like, we can't just see it then.
Well, it also just, to me, didn't pull up on my feed until I started getting tagged in things.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
Damn, bro.
I love how
Bro,
you
passed it out
laugh.
like that, bro.
Bro, I love how you laugh at that. That fucking shit pissed me
Okay,
off.
Nogla, I want to say this about their reaction. I don't blame Nogla for laughing. It's absolutely ridiculous.
No.
And that's my coping. So I'm totally, Nogla, laugh away. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. I mean, also,
me
like,
feel better that people are laughing at it. It's ridiculous.
yeah, it is ridiculous. It's like really fucking immature. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm laughing at the absurdity of this
It
situation,
is.
bro. Because he's
when I
clearly
heard he
said,
said that,
he clearly
at
says
first I
it
didn't care.
much louder so that it can be heard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm just laughing at the fact that he's definitely drawing attention, you know, to himself by being louder. And I know Pasta doesn't give a fuck if someone says that. She doesn't care, bro.
No.
Yeah, but then
That doesn't-
I don't care if people say that. What I care about is people pitying me and being ridiculed on the internet in front of thousands and thousands of people.
And then people speaking for you.
I fucking hate that.
Oh my God, the number of people. You guys don't know.
God.
Like, and then people also tiptoeing around you, tiptoeing, not sure if they can talk to you even, or like what it's fucking awkward.
It has changed so many of my friendships in the creator space in the last 2 weeks. It is I hate this about this situation. Pig poacher, cue the death metal music. What I hate about this fucking situation is that I'm being pitied. People are like infantilizing me, whatever.
Yes.
They're making me feel like a baby. People are
They're
like
speaking
tiptoeing
for her.
They're speaking
They're
for me, projecting their insecurities into me, making me feel even more insecure.
Making representations for you about how you feel to everyone and others.
Awful.
And it's, by the way, the only people that know how she feels and understand how she feels in this situation, because essentially the next day when everything blew up, we
immediately went to M.
self-isolated like it was fucking COVID. we hid away, and like you went to one brunch thing, and basically after that you were like, I'm fucking going back to my room and I'm not doing shit. Like that was it. And so the only people that really knew was like me, Pasta, Ted, because Ted was with us most of the weekend because he was basically behaving as our security and also just a very good friend of ours.
Yeah, he's
and
my
then
second best friend.
Brian and like the agents that we work with. That's it. Nobody else could ever have any true understanding of exactly how you felt when all this was going down. Because even when you were responding to people text-wise, like you were pretty brief because you couldn't be on your phone for too long because shit was just overwhelming.
Yeah, my phone, I'm one of those people, I've always kept my Discords very small. If I notice I don't speak in a Discord for a long time, I leave the Discord. It's never a personal thing. If I as soon as I get usually a DM from somebody, I answer it or at least read it and then make a mental note to respond back. I'm one of those, my iPhone is clear of notifications.
Yep.
So at one point I had like 250 DMs and like, I just couldn't deal with it. Like I was like, this is a lot. Like, and I'm constantly being reminded about it and I'm constantly dealing with this. And then it was just a lot. It was just a lot. And I'm sure you were the same way where you're just like, I don't want to deal with this.
You watched me turn my notifications off. I turned all that shit off.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So
You should say
we'll
it,
get
but-
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But the guy coming over, inviting himself into, which was a circle of people talking, just interjected to do this. One, you deserve a fucking elbow to the face. I really wanted to do that.
Don't do
but
that.
Anyway,
Nobody
I think
attack
it's
him.
ironic that the kid with the bone structure of a 13-year-old girl is.
I'm not gonna, guys, don't say anything about Neon's look. We're not gonna do the same thing he did to me.
Talking shit about people's bodies.
Brian gets away with a
What
lot.
they
You guys
did
know
was
that.
Yeah, Brian can handle himself. I'm not speaking for Brian. I'm just saying this channel, like, if you guys make comments about how he looks or whatever, I'm gonna delete them.
It'll get deleted. We're deleting
Yeah.
anything that's mean. We're just gonna delete blanket wise for anyone, like mean to us, mean to Brian, mean to Neon. Like we're gonna delete all of that. So yeah.
This is a good purge for us for talking about the situation, get it out of our systems, clear the air, and then we can all move on from it. So don't put any negativity in the space on anybody's part. Thanks.
Yep. Also, by the way, viewers, I'm gonna eat goldfish while we record this because 1, I'm hungry. 2, I'm hungover. 3, we're recording this for hours, and we both have to stream after this. And 4, I haven't eaten today. So aside from my banana. So I'm gonna eat some goldfish. Don't punch me in the face for this, okay? Whatever. People eat. we creators eat too.
Yes, creators have legs. Creators
I also
eat as well. Hell yeah. Love that.
Where he said that horrible thing about Pasta to make him look like, what did I do?
You can't call a woman beautiful anymore?
No, you don't fucking just go up to a woman and put a camera in her fucking face with I don't know how many people, thousands of bot viewers watching, and then just like say, oh, I think you're good looking. Therefore, you.
I will say, in like a blanket, not a blanket statement, but like, I think they should vet people. Like, you need to have a creator pass if you're going to IRL stream. I think there should be areas in the main convention where you cannot stream. I think they should have like even like a separate walking area where it's like, you're going to be on film probably. I know.
I think maybe I agree people should be able to stream.
Yeah.
But I think you should have something on your badge, like where you have to get pre-approved before the convention to do it.
I agree.
So that if you're bringing in a bag full of camera equipment, for example, like obviously you have something on your badge that says, I'm allowed to be doing this. This is actually my stream. They vetted me already. I think that's a safe and easy way to do this.
Yes.
100%.
Also, like, it's never just one camera and a person. Like, it's not, I don't know. I sound like such a boomer, like a Twitch boomer saying this and very entitled. Back in the day, you would have the creator, maybe one cameraman max, and a camera. Not fucking a huge wide lens like Em was describing, and then like 6 people in your entourage. It's weird. It's very strange. Anyway.
It's just a lot. It's overwhelming, like when you get surrounded like that. And also the interaction was like 15-second interaction.
Yeah, I know. It's so
You should be allowed
crazy.
to come to my party later.
Why didn't you not invite me, you little fucking bitch? Why didn't you invite me? I was right there. You didn't invite me.
Tell him, Brian.
The thing is, you're teaching these fucking people that you should only go to someone that you find attractive and allow them the privilege.
But you're so fucking dumb.
You're so dumb and disconnected from reality that you don't know that that's a problem. You fucking little 13-year-old bone structure twink bitch.
Em isn't really the type to kind of sit down and let things slide. So she tweeted out, "Chat, get his ass." And
Shouldn't have, by the way, I will say, really quick, I want to disclose, with hindsight, by the way, I tweeted that when I was tipsy, after that whole day where we just talked about, Pasta was being pitied by random people that were approaching us saying they saw the clip, saying how bad it was. We didn't know. I went home, went to my hotel, I saw the clip, and it really upset me. I was tipsy, it was late, after a full day of all that. I should not have said that. I should have said, chat, cook his ass. My goal was not to like go after him. I'd never thought, my community is incredibly nice, okay? I have the sweetest, kindest, calmest community of all time. I thought worst case scenario, and I'd never been in drama before, and I also didn't know anything about Neon's community. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was that bad. I should have done more research, shouldn't have been as impulsive. I was just upset because my friend got attacked for no reason, for something that had nothing to do with her. And it made me uncomfortable and unhappy, and I wanted people online to say that, like, it's not okay to do that. And like, that is also obviously a very naive thing to do, and it was not the right thing to tweet. And I shouldn't have tweeted it. With hindsight, I can 100% say that. I should not have tweeted it. I should have asked more people what I should do beforehand.
Yes.
I just shouldn't have said anything.
I agree.
That's 100%, like, that's how I feel about it. Hindsight is 2020. It's obviously so obvious that I should never have done that.
Yes, that was bad.
But I want you all to know that my intention was not to like have anyone attack him. I just wanted people to be like, hey, fat shaming is not fucking okay. Like, what are you doing? You know? That's it.
Yeah. And Em and I, it's so funny because we have the type of friendship where I told Em after that, I said, hey, Em, like, this wasn't good. And we had a private conversation. We talked through it. We got over it. We moved on from it. And
we, by the way, we're very real with each other. We're not like, she's not guarding my feelings when she says this. And obviously we're going through this at the time. It's all emotional. We're getting a lot of hate. There's so much happening. Everyone's upset. But we have a very mature, like, conversation as soon as we feel like we need to. Not waiting for the right moment, literally just when we felt like we need to, with empathy and understanding. And we discussed it fully, and we went through it, and we both agreed it was the wrong thing to do. And like, it was in our friendship, like, obviously is the better for it that we've had that conversation, and we're so honest with each other. That's why I think are very, very good friends. One of the main reasons why we're very close is because we can just be completely honest with each other all the time.
Yes.
And we don't take it super personally.
Well,
we can accept and acknowledge when our mistakes are made.
We do take it personally, and we grow from it, and we listen to each other. And things that Em tells me, I take it personally. Things she takes, that I've said to Em, she takes personally, because we care a lot, and we want to be better people, and we want to be better friends, and we want to be the best.
But we
can
take
be.
it, and we are constructive with it, and we move forward, and we can acknowledge when we make our mistakes. That's the thing, right? Yeah. And we will always, to each other, and outwardly, if we have to, we will always acknowledge when we've made a mistake. And I will always stand up and say, like, I fully agree. I should never have done that tweet. 100%. So I just want to get that out there before we continue. But anyways.
Yeah.
Bottom, you can reply. Accounts everyone follows are mentioned can reply.
I had to do the same, Em. I had to limit my comments, and it had been the nicest like after that. You know what I mean?
Probably 1.2 replies right there, and most were Neon fans that were upset. So there you go. Hey, getting many threats from Neon's fan base, so unfortunately I won't be going to the con today. It was nice meeting everyone I got a chance to meet, but it's not worth going back. Love you guys.
Yeah. That was kind of shitty. Passing them dingo was kind of shitty.
We had to, though, because we were legitimately getting death threats. And that's one thing, looking back on it, and I talked about this on my stream this past week on Tuesday. I mentioned about how the guilt I have. I have a lot of guilt because our meet and greet, as lovely as it was very rushed because ours was one of the like longest ones that morning. We went over time. At one point they told us, hey guys, photo ops only. We were at first we're like, okay, but then after a while,
and they stopped letting people that had confirmed for our meet and greet even come because it was overbooked.
Yes, and after a while, we just had to tell people, we're like, I'm sorry, you know, like we'll see you at the con. Stop us at the con so we can have a conversation. But it was very rushed. It was still lovely. Like it was still great to meet everyone, and everyone was like, brought us things that they made, and
it was really sweet. It was the best part of TwitchCon. Nice. Aside from seeing each other and spending time with each other, it was the best part of TwitchCon.
It was, yeah. So that part was lovely, but I have immense guilt because I told people at the con, I'm like, no, you'll see us at the con. You know, come up to me. We'll have a conversation. We'll talk about things, blah, blah, blah. Because that's my favorite part is talking to viewers.
That's the whole point we go. That's the entire reason we go to it.
Yeah. So having that taken away, because all this kind of started, Saturday? Saturday, it kind of like started. Like the situation itself online started. The situation happened on Friday, but Saturday is when it like kind of started. So
and Saturday night really, and then
Saturday night got really bad, and then Sunday we just could not go. We just could not go.
And when we say also, there's a lot of people online that are like, oh, if we don't see proof that there's death threats, then you're lying.
We posted proof.
I posted proof, but also we shouldn't have to. And also, like, people were literally, just so everybody understands, people were literally getting photos of us and pointing guns at them. People, I had DMs saying, if you show up at TwitchCon, I'm going to kill you.
Yep.
Like,
I had that email too.
There's a lot of things that we got that were credible threats and also were really disturbing, and we're just not fucking with that shit, you know? And that's fine. We just didn't want to go the next day. It sucks, but it is what it is.
I got bills to pay for. I can't be dead paying them.
Family that relies on you,
I
you know?
have family and friends that actually rely on me. I can't be dead helping out people. So there you go. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, that I
think that's fair.
I had a lot of guilt not being able to, like, the people that I told, oh, I'll meet, like, don't worry, I'll meet you, it'll be fine. And then I couldn't go. That was heartbreaking. And that's
sad.
That's the thing I'm most bothered about in all of this. I mean, obviously that, like, anyway, yeah, it bothers me.
Had such a demoralizing interaction with an IRL streamer last night. He seemed genuinely interested in talking to me. He seemed so sweet, and I asked about his stream and hyped him up. When I tried to look at his chat, he panicked and went, don't look. Oh, there's a second tweet. I must look. Later,
Welcome to the
I went to
meta.
his stream, and he was just going up to any girl, and they were waiting if they would... Fucking hell. A guaranteed kick stream here, guys. There's the objectifying that Em was probably alluding to. It's just cruel and pathetic. No, I didn't see how I was rated. I just hate wasting any time giving someone positivity when marked, watch out, girls.
And then this person, you're a streamer saying this. When you're at the event, the problem is when you have basically an uninvited camera pointed into your face, and your next few seconds, depending on how you react and how you talk, will dictate whether you're going to have thousands of positive or negative online responses or anything. You know, like, you're supposed to be there, relaxed, calm, meeting up with your friends, going around the event, and then unsolicited putting a person into a stream, I think, is a major problem. So you can't say you're a streamer saying this. Well, yeah, when you're in your own home in an environment that you're setting up and you're in control of, and not having someone try to take something or get a scenario to put you in an awkward position for content, and that's going to have big repercussions. So
I'll say this. The boys and I, when we record on Mondays and Tuesdays, I can have footage that is 3-4 hours long of a gaming session. You're only going to see 45 minutes of that. You know what I mean? You give what you want to put highlighted.
You put what you want seen out. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I go live when I'm comfortable to go live.
Yes.
Steph goes live when she's comfortable to go live. We control how the camera angles look. We control what audio's picked up. We control when we're muted and not. We control what sounds you hear and what music you hear and how loud the game sounds are. We control all of it. There's a lot of control that we consent to, that we are in, like, on top of, right? And that we have. And then when you're in a situation like this, the dumbest tweets I've ever seen are people like streamers going to streaming event being surprised that they're being streamed. Like, it's like, you don't understand. Again, you're proving you have 2 brain cells. You can barely add 2 + 2, and that you do not understand nuance by saying that. I don't know who you think you're appealing to.
We are also like inviting people to come to our stream, people that we trust, people that we know. We're getting forced on somebody else's stream that we have no idea who they are and no idea what
we don't know their audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, like I said, and like that other tweet from that other girl said, like this is something that is unfortunately incredibly common on Twitch. Most people who know about this are female streamers that like are on camera. Most people that have experienced this, and I'm sure most women, I would say, on Twitch have been like objectified and used for content by male streamers who go in to rate and be misogynistic. And that is just like, it's an abuse like of the I would say it's an abuse of the platform. I think it's
it is.
I think it's
against TOS.
I think it's disgusting behavior. I really think it's disgusting behavior.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even get policed, guys.
No,
okay?
it doesn't.
Like, it doesn't. And it's just allowed to happen. So why is it allowed to happen in person? Why is it something that is just okay? Like, Twitch is just like, yeah, whatever. Anyone can do whatever they want. Like, there needs to be tighter rules. That's it.
Yeah. And it is against TOS to like use people's content without consent like that. Like enticing a community to go after somebody else's community. You know what I mean? And like, that's what it subjects the other content creator to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you have somebody else's community coming in, let's say you figure out you're on their stream and you're like, fuck off. That community from the other streamer, they're going to go off on you. That's enticing hate into your community. I don't know. It's fucked up.
I don't know. It's just a whole lot of, it's all contextual. It all comes down to like the situation, the actual like the layout of events, and like the specific like discussion that the chat's having, and how the streamer is leading their chat. There's a lot more to it than just the clip that viewers end up seeing, right?
Yeah.
And most viewers are blatantly unaware that women streamers or people on stream, and so I'm sure some men streamers have to deal with this as well.
Yeah, true.
That femme presenting streamers like have to deal with. Most viewers have no idea because it's a moment out of every few months. It is a moment, and some people experience it more than others. And most viewers are just casual viewers. They're just hanging out. Of course you don't understand that we go through this. And of course we don't talk about it all the time. Fucking sucks ass. No one wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And when it happens, I'll cook them. I'll cook them up. I do it. It's fun. You look like a fucking misogynistic piece of shit. I'm sorry you've never gotten laid. Like, you know, maybe work on your tone. I don't.
Stop being emotional, men and women that do this. Stop it. Anyway.
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Don't get it.
I think a better point, no offense, but a better point is like who's putting the camera. So when you're just sitting at home, you're putting the camera on, you're putting it in OBS, you're clicking start streaming. But when you're out in public, yes, you're going to an event that will have a lot of cameras around. But most of the time, you're just the background extra
Brian's
character.
I love Douglas so much,
You're just the
dude.
background of someone's stream.
His
You
ADHD had
just
him
say
focus
what
on
I
his
said,
thought.
but with more words.
I don't know.
Nogla, I think what happens with Nogla is like, I might be completely off, and I'm sorry, Nogla, if this is not right. Brian will say something, or anybody will say something. He zones out halfway through, and he's like, let me finish your point that I didn't listen to.
That, I think, is exactly what happens.
I love them so much.
A lot of us have ADHD, okay?
I do. Yeah,
it's a
I definitely
thing.
do. Yeah.
You know?
And I do this too. That's why I'm saying
I've done it. You've done it. We've all fucking done it.
Yes.
It's just funny when it gets called out.
It is.
No offense, but better point.
Maybe